Welcome everybody to the Fibre Friends podcast. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool.
Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Cheryl from My Needle Crafts.
So Cheryl, we are in the middle of the sock knitting challenge.
We are. Is today. Oh, it's the 8th.
It is. So we still have lots of weeks ahead, But we have about 3 weeks left then in the month.
3 more full weeks.
3 more full weeks. Well, this is exciting because last Friday, wasn't that Friday when we podcast? That was the official start of sock challenge month. I've been looking forward to this month because I am all about sock knitting right now.
All about the socks.
All about socks. So I have been working on a couple pairs this week. I don't feel like I've got a ton of progress, but the month is still early. So I've got, we've got till the end of the month to get our socks done. So I'm still feeling hopeful.
Thank goodness, because I haven't done anything.
You didn't do any? So people were voting on yours because you had three colors of sock yarn last week. You were debating between. So
pink is the winner.
Pink is the winner. People were voting for pink in the
majority.
Yeah. There was I saw a couple of votes for the dark blue, the Loving Path yarn. Mm-hmm. But pretty much everybody was pink because pink is spring and it is so fun and pretty.
Pink. So you can see I didn't do anything. I'm going to get this weekend. I'm going to get this split up because I do 2 at a time. I'm going to get it split up and ready in my bag with my needles and print off the pattern so I can just pick it up and start when I get inspired.
When the mood strikes you. And
sorry, go ahead.
So still toe up 2 at a time.
Yes, I haven't even read your pattern yet. So I'm going to go look at your pattern and see what I think. It's not that I could knit them cuff down, no problem on 2 at a time. I don't have a problem doing that. I'm still going to do an afterthought heel because that's what I like.
That's what you like. Yeah.
So I'll have a look and I'll check out the pattern and then decide, because if I knit them toe up, then how you've written the pattern, I'm going to end up doing it upside down, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to look at the pattern and see what I think, if I think it'll look okay upside down or not upside down or whatever.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see what you decide, how you figure out what you want to do.
And I've knit about this much since last week. That's
so
it.
Petty. But okay, so where are you on? Is that on the ribbing?
I'm on the leg.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's where my heel goes. So yeah, I'm on the leg. I still got a long way to go.
Half done a pair.
Yeah, but I'm doing a 3x1 rib, and which I like to do. It's a little bit slower than plain knitting, but that's okay. Well, they're when I'm feeling, just tired and I don't want to think a lot or whatever, then I'll just pick that up and knit. So, but I've been really loving knitting on something else I'm knitting on. So they've kind of got sat to the wayside.
Yeah. You kind of found your, I don't know, what's that? Yeah. A project that sparks joy. That's right. That's how we should say it, right? Well, exactly. I did get a pair of slippers finished. They're kind of you could call them socks, kind of. They're the Turkish bed socks. So
they go on your feet.
They go on your feet, and we decided that slippers counted for our sock challenge.
Yay!
So here they are.
Nice. So do they stay on good? That's the thing I always wondered, if they'd slip off your heel or not.
Well, I haven't actually had them on and walked around the house with them, but I've had them on while I've been sitting and knitting, and they feel quite comfy. So here they are. Might as well put them on sock blockers, right? If that helps.
Oh, there you go.
You can see that a little bit better. So it's quite open up here, just like a slipper, right? It doesn't come right up to your leg. So it's open. Maybe we got twisted a little here. But it is a really fun construction. I think we've probably talked about this maybe when I started these a couple of months ago. This was a project that somebody had suggested Jocelyn and I do in February when we were doing our sweaters, if we wanted a little project to kind of break up the sweater knitting. So it was really fun. It's done as a completely unique to me construction where you start with this band and you knit flat, and then you do the heel flap, and then you do a heel turn, and yeah, it's really interesting. So it's just done in little sections. You just go section by section. It takes no time at all to finish. You knit them. The pattern says to go like 1 inch to 2 inches shorter than your foot. So you've got lots of negative ease, so they'll be nice and snug on your foot. And it took me less than 50 grams of croy to knit.
To knit them both.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if anybody has a little bit of sock yarn, if you end up with one ball left over from a sweater or something, and you're thinking, well, what do I do with one ball? Like 50 grams, which this was 152 meters or 166 yards. This would be a cute little pattern.
That's awesome.
You know, they take up no room at all. You could just pop them in your purse. If you're going visiting, you know, and you always like to have slippers, these would be cute ones just to have. Or I know some people who knit slippers and put them in a pretty little basket and set them inside the door. So when they have company come over, people can just grab a pair of slippers. These might be a good little project for that. I
might have to try some. I think I might actually have the pattern because it's been out for years, right?
It's an older pattern. Yeah, it's a church mouse yarns pattern.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you go onto Ravelry, search Turkish bed socks.
I think I have some little I think she wrote some of the toy patterns I have, or a toy pattern that I have is by Church Mouse.
Okay. I know.
The little gnomes.
I don't know.
Or elves or whatever they are that I did a long time ago, I think.
It's a name that's been around for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to go check. Yeah, but I would recommend it. It was a fun little pattern to knit for sure, and really quick. You can get a finish done. If you're looking for a quick finish, this would be one.
So, you had a finish.
I have a finish. So that is a finish for our sock challenge month. I would love to have a finish every week, but I don't know that will happen. Could happen if I knit tons this weekend, which is possible, which is totally possible.
It's even better if it's a finish using yarn out of your stash.
Oh, that is fun, right? And that 50 gram ball came out of my stash. It was Patton's Croy, deep end.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So I know, slowly working through some of my stash. Well, yeah, working through my stash. I finished one ball, and I think I bought I don't know, 12 balls on the weekend. So
that's okay. You went yarn shopping.
I did go yarn shopping. I bought some more sock yarn because I wanted some solid colors to do some color work socks with.
Nice.
Yes.
You visited some new to you local yarn shops too, didn't you?
I did. And because I was feeling a little left out, the fact that it was Knit City, Montreal last weekend.
I know.
And there was so many of people that we know, some friends, some other podcasters, they were there. We had friends who were vending there, people who had gone for the weekend. And I was really wishing I could have gone. So I thought, well, I'm going to make my own fun and I will just do my own little yarn shopping here. So went to Oakville for the day and went to Spun Fiber Arts. And I had never been to that store, but I did, I've seen them at some of our festivals. They have a booth there. I think Kitchener is where I've seen them. I'm not sure if they've been other places, but I know I've seen them at Kitchener. So we went to their store. It was not a super big store, but filled with lots of great yarn. And that's where we found the sweater that decided that we needed to knit a sweater. It was this it was a very interesting construction. Like, I always have a hard time trying to figure out how to say it. So I'll just put a picture on the screen right here. Right there. So it has a V-neck, but it's knit. I don't know, like the knitting is diagonal, right? And there's some textured ridges in it. You can make it short sleeve, you can make it long sleeve. And that ended up being my new start for this week, that yarn, the blue yarn.
So was this a sample? So this is a sample they had in the store?
They had it in the store. And they had some nice samples there, but this was the one, I don't know, I just fell in love with this. So we looked for yarn there for it. There was a really nice cotton and linen blend that would have been great. It was the right weight, but they did not have enough balls for a sweater quantity, which was really disappointing, but we knew we were going to another store. So we thought, oh, well, we'll look there. So, did I say the name? The sweater name is Center Point Popover.
Oh, okay.
It's a Pearl Soho pattern. So that is going to be, yeah. So I was excited about that, a new sweater project.
That's cool.
Yeah, and this is the yarn. So then we went to the wool bin, and I had never even heard of the wool bin. But apparently it has been around for quite a while. After I did a post about it, I had a friend say that was the first real yarn store she had been in when she started knitting, like how many years ago. And she had only bought yarn at Lewis Craft.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that post.
Remember Lewis Craft, right? And so she said the wool bin was her first place to go to buy real, like probably like wool yarn, right, for a project.
So is that also in Oakville?
It was also in Oakville, yes.
Oh, okay.
And they were the stores were pretty close. Yeah, like maybe just like 10-minute drive kind of thing, 15-minute drive from each other. So it was really handy. And the staff in both stores were really super helpful and wonderful. And we found yarn. She had to look, but we found the colors that we were looking for. We ended up having enough for sweater quantity. And the pattern is knit as a cropped sweater. So I got extra yarn because I want to make it a little bit longer.
Yeah, I like a little bit longer as well.
Yeah, and I think I'll do the sleeves. I think the sleeve is a batwing sleeve is what I think I would call it. It almost looks like a swan show, but I don't think the pattern calls it a swan show. I think they actually call it a sweater, but it looks to me what I think a swan show would look like with the sleeves kind of coming out. But it just looks comfy. It just looks like that kind of sweater that, you would just pull on, just grab it and go, right? So that is the thought. And so hopefully that's what the finished sweater feels like. But this yarn.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yeah. So ended up, it's a cotton yarn, a cotton and rayon, cotton nylon, 94 cotton, 6% nylon. So it feels really, really soft. Is Gilly is he excited for my yarn?
He is. He's howling. The train's going by, so he always sings.
Yeah. So this is going to be my project
Good.
at some point. Yeah, in between socks, work a little bit on a sweater.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the majority of my knitting this week has been on my hipster shawl. So sadly,
Oh no.
I don't
what
think
happened?
I don't think I'm going to have enough yarn to complete the entire pattern. So I'm on the second ball. Hold on, let me get which end's attached here. It's gotten pretty big.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm now started on the second.
Like the
I'm
second.
on the second part of the
Oh,
pattern. So it's
that's pretty.
garter, and then there's this textured band that has the 2 rows
Yeah.
of X's with this pattern stitch, and then another big band of garter. And now I'm started on the another set of the textured part. And then there's supposed to be another big row of a section of garter, and then one more of these X's.
Yeah.
But I'm already on my second ball.
Mm.
So I'm thinking I'm not going to make it the whole way, but I'm going to go as far as I can and call it a day.
And well, yeah, what can you do?
We'll see what happens. So yeah, and I love this blue color. So, and honestly, I'm really enjoying this knit, and I'm thinking that I will knit it again. I found some yarn in my stash after all the debating on which yarn I was going to use to make this. I completely forgot about some yarn I had. Of course, it was in my bin, and while I was going through looking for something new to cross stitch, I remembered this bag in the bottom of my bin that has leftover yarn that I used for my tin can knits knit along back
your color
however many years ago. And I have some beautiful chocolate chestnut brown, not chocolate, chestnut. It's called chestnut brown, and it's a sport, which would be fine for this. And I have like almost 1,000 yards. So I have plenty. So I think I'm going to knit it again after I finish this one.
Well, that one, if it ends up, so if you run short of yarn, you're not going to get the full length, but it could just be more of a scarf, right, than a shawl.
And then I'll just put some, on this one, I'll just put some tassels on the 2 corners instead of doing the fringe. And then I can just wear it, you know, like in my coat or whatever.
Yeah.
And the other one, I can do like the full big shawl. It would be so nice with like a summer dress or something, I think. So,
yeah, well, it would. So what is it about that pattern that you're loving? Is it the pattern is easy? Is it the actual look of the pattern? Is it the yarn? Is it the
knitting is just, I just really like knitting it. You know, I don't love garter stitch per se, like as a fabric, but it's just nice and easy knitting, and it's going quickly. But it's fun doing the X's. There's just enough interest. You know what I mean? You get like a break of plain knitting, and then you have this section of, you know, fun, interesting things to do. And then you get a nice break of garter again, and then you have some fun. I don't know. I like it.
Well, that's great.
It's making me want to keep knitting on it. So,
well, the fact that you want to do another one and you've already found yarn, that says volumes, right? That's great.
Well, and typically I'm a product knitter. I just want the thing. I do enjoy the knitting, or I wouldn't do it, but I am a product everything. I want the thing. So,
where I'm the exact opposite. I just want to knit everything.
Yeah, you don't care if you get the thing or not, as long as you're just knitting.
Yep, I just like to knit, and I just like to try different stitches, different techniques, and just the act of doing them, it makes me happy. And then if I wear it, that's a bonus. If I don't, doesn't break my heart.
It breaks my heart when I knit things that I'm really looking forward to. And then I don't love the outcome. Like I knit my harvest cardigan and I like the cardigan, but I knit it out of Patton's classic wool and I find it too itchy.
Oh, that's yeah, that's too bad.
So it kind of bums me out because, you know, it to me it's just like around the house, throw it on kind of sweater and comfortable, you know, the fit and everything, but it's too itchy and I have to wear short sleeves because of, you know, we're at that age, you know, hot flashes. I can't wear long sleeves. I get too hot. So to wear a long sleeve under it, it'd be way too hot.
Yeah. Oh, that is disappointing. So now, would you knit the pattern again in different yarn?
Yeah, and I've actually thought of it. I wonder what it would be like, either knit in a nice soft superwash or maybe even in a cotton blend. Because I tend to gravitate towards cotton, like in my everyday clothes, not knitted stuff, but I wear a lot of, like if I wear a t-shirt, it has to be 100% cotton t-shirt. I don't like the feeling of polyester on my skin. So,
well, then maybe more cotton blends might be okay. Now, is this a good time to bring up? You had a little summer top that you started last year.
The flax one?
Yeah.
Linen? Was it linen?
I think
it was
linen
linen.
and flax. Yeah. Linen, flax, hemp. Yeah.
Yeah. One of those. I think it's linen.
Didn't we have this conversation? Linen and flax. One is like flax the plant and linen is the finished product of.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all intertwined together.
Yeah. But anyway, it's so a non-wool fiber.
Yeah, it's in a.
Is that something that you'll
it's a plant fiber, not an animal fiber.
Yeah.
Am I gonna ever finish it? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a big long round and it's slow going because of the texture of the yarn. And of course, I found out much too late that actually if you soak the skein, if you soak the skein ahead of time, that it softens up and is nicer to knit. But of course, I've already started and I haven't done that, right? I don't know.
Do you think that's stopping you from knitting on it though? So would it be worth it to pull it out, skein it up, soak it?
And start it. It's like over 200 stitches in the round.
I know. So that's something you have to weigh, right? Is it worth it to lose that knitting time to make the yarn a little more enjoyable? So you'll pick it up and maybe it'll be like your shawl now. Once the yarn feels nicer, you'll be just so more apt to pick it up.
Well, I have, so it's multiple skeins and I've only caked up the one, I think. And, you know, like really, I could take one of the other skeins and soak it and see how I like it. And then maybe just start it over.
Yes.
The ripping out right now would upset me. So.
But maybe that is a good compromise then. Yeah. Soak one of the other skeins, start it again.
See if I like it.
And if you're still not loving it, then maybe you just rip the whole thing and keep it for something else at some point.
Because it's stiff and whatnot. And I'm finding like your tension sucks because you can't get a nice even tension. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I know I've heard people say that too. I actually had a friend give me some yarn back. She was knitting something out of some hemp and she was like, yep, no. She ripped it all out, wound it back up and delivered it back to me. She's like, here you go. You can have it back.
I should do that. I should get one out and just get out one of my bins and give it a little soak and see.
Because it might make all the difference. That may just be the one thing.
See what I think.
Back.
Yeah, maybe. Because if it really softens up, it might be a lot nicer to knit with.
Mm-hmm. All right. Maybe we've just saved that project. Maybe we've given it a second chance.
Well, it's like in timeout in somewhere in my cupboard.
Because
And I went to the expense to buy more of that yarn just to make that top.
I know, because you were looking. Let's see. So it needs to become something. So I'm thinking here, what is, oh no, I've just totally forgotten. May and June's projects are May, didn't we decide May was going to be knits for the house?
Yeah, around the house or something.
Yeah, I know we can come up with a nice catchy. We keep wanting to say around the house, but maybe we should. We did around.
Maybe we should just call it around the house, because if we say knits for the home or whatever, then it's only knitting, and you can crochet or whatever.
Yeah. So maybe we'll just do around the home. I know, because I like around the home. That just sounds.
Yeah, because it can be anything, dishcloths or market bag or toys, because last year in May we did toys.
Yes.
You could do toys.
Yep, because that's decorating your home.
Oh my blankets, cushions.
It could be lampshades.
It could be.
I don't even know if I don't even have really, well.
You don't have a lamp that you can put it on?
Well, I don't have one that's like a traditional lampshade, right? But maybe I'll just go buy a lamp so I can do a lampshade. I could totally do that.
You could make a garland. You could make some funky little hanging thing for in your window.
What about like a bunting?
Yeah,
you
sure.
could do that for decoration. I know. Okay, focus. April is socks. We can't get ahead of ourselves. But if you are thinking about the next month, so May is around the house, and then June, what got me thinking about this is your summer sweater, right? Would be perfect for June, because June is the Get Her Done challenge.
Oh, yes.
Kind of I'm sure June is the Get Her Done. So that gives you a little bit of time. You can soak your yarn, and then you can get her done in June, and then you can wear it.
Well, now that we're thinking about it, now I just want to do it.
See, look at that. Good. Get motivated. But it's too bad we'll already have been to yarn shows, right? Because you've got a yarn show.
We're going to a fiber show.
Fiber show.
The first weekend in May, Mother's Day weekend.
Right.
And it is truly a fiber show, because it's not just knitting. There's a lot of going to be fiber spinners, weavers. Yeah, because the one person, one of the two hosts is Lindsay from Dyed by Lindsay. She used to come to Woodstock all the time, and she was a yarn dyer, and she stepped away from yarn dyeing to move into fiber, because she was dying to let her creative processes flow. She wanted to do some weaving, and she does some beautiful wall hangings, like beautiful
woven.
Woven.
Oh.
Pardon?
The wall hangings are woven?
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. With all, and she does, I think she was spinning like some super textured fun yarns, and oh yeah, some amazing stuff. Anyway, so there's going to be all kinds of that kind of stuff at this show. So I'm pretty excited about it.
So I could get more fiber. Not that I need it. I have a whole fiber closet, but
a fiber closet. I'm looking to get some fiber, because when we go away at the end of May for our little girls weekend away, we're going to do some needle felting and stuff. And I want to get some fun colored fiber for that. So we'll see. Hopefully. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. So that means we'll be podcasting that first weekend. Maybe we'll do some lives while we're away. Maybe the podcast. Yeah, we'll have to. Can't do podcasts on Saturday.
Well, our Friday night live will be from on the shores of the St. Lawrence River.
Oh,
Well, we're sitting out on our deck watching the ships go by. And I spoke to Lindsay this morning. She said, and the ships are finally in now because she heard the first horns yesterday, she said.
oh, wow.
So we can hopefully we'll get to see some ships. And yeah, and then during the Fibre show, because I'll be vending, but you can do a walk around maybe and do a live on our Facebook. That would be
Yeah.
fun.
That would be fun. Or maybe we could do a live on YouTube.
Or that too.
Yeah.
Because we do have to podcast.
Yes, we have to somehow get a podcast in there too. So I don't know. We'll have to see. That could be. But it'll
Well,
be
the
fun.
show
It'll
starts.
be a little
The show
different.
starts at 10 a.m. So we'll see how I am for being set up. Maybe we could do a live podcast at 9 a.m. on Saturday
We could, and then
from my booth.
I think that would be perfect.
It might be a little bit of commotion going on around, but that's okay.
Can just see what it is like at the behind the scenes at a Fibre festival. That would be fun. I think that would be a great way to do that podcast and then show your booth. I think that would be okay. I think we figured that out. And then
So anybody that's here watching today, if you're not in our Facebook group, it is Fibre Friends Friday Night Knit In, and answer the questions. I denied somebody last week and sent them a message. You have to answer the questions.
we have to make sure you're a real person. And
yes.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't even have to answer both, just answer one. It's do you knit and how'd you find out about the group, right?
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
I know we've got some fun stuff coming up in May.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm excited to go see this new Fibre show, our weekend retreat away.
Our 6-hour road trip.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so much fun. Sometimes the road trip is just as much fun as the goings on, right? Remember, okay, I can think we can talk about this, right? We remember a few years ago when we went to Fenland Falls and we had Debbie from the Loving Path, the three of us were going, and we took that little side jaunt to see the motel.
Oh yes. We went to see the hotel from Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
Because Debbie wanted to see it. So we went there and took some pictures. Yeah. And we got up there, and I think following my GPS or whatever it was, we took some weird wrong turns and ended up on some back roads that were like single car width. I don't know where we were.
Yeah.
We were close by.
I'll ask Debbie if we can post some pictures. I'm sure I probably still have some of those pictures somewhere. So if I do, I'll put some in. Maybe I'll just pop them in at the end. And
yeah, we had a good time. We were just talking about that with my daughter this morning about our crazy hotel stay at the
what did you call it?
I forget. I was just trying to think of that.
Like the slum.
It was the Slumlord Hotel.
Oh my gosh, we will never forget that.
We will not ever forget.
I think that's an in-person. If you guys ever want to know the whole details of that.
Yeah. It was something.
It was.
Seems like every time we go away together, we're in a hotel where there's something going on. Because at Woodstock last year, we stayed in a nice hotel. Like it was a nice hotel, but our upstairs neighbors were, I don't know what was going on up there, but there was lots of yelling and banging and carrying on.
Did you end up actually calling the front desk?
I did. I ended up calling because I heard some loud noises and some yelling and somebody was crying, and I thought, that's it. I'm calling. So
yeah,
I don't know if they ever went, but it was another half hour and then it kind of settled down. But this went on till like 1, 2 in the morning. It was crazy.
I know. Just when you want to try and get some sleep because you're all excited about the show.
The night before a show.
Because and like the week typically before a show, you're busy, you're like sewing, late nights. Then you're all, you can't sleep because you're excited, and then you're up early, you're packing, making sure you've got everything that you need. And then you do the long drive there, you unpack, get your booth set up, and then still you're excited, for tomorrow. So it's probably hard to sleep anyways. And then,
Well, I don't sleep because I have a million things going through my head, and am I going to wake up on time, and did I remember this? And
right? I know, just the thought of like, oh my gosh, what if you sleep through your alarm, right? I know. And then we always have these neighbors, Fenland Falls. It was extracurricular activities.
Oh yeah, there was some partying going on next door. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
These were resident hotel stairs.
Yeah.
Slumlord Hotel.
Oh my God. So let's try. This will be our, so
we are staying in a very nice place when we go to Johnstown. There's no children allowed in this hotel.
Okay.
They have very strict rules about noise, and it's going to be lovely.
Okay. We'll be back here in a few weeks recapping our we could do a whole episode just on our hotel events, not just the Fibre show. But hopefully it looks so peaceful, right on the water.
We're gonna do one of those lives where it's like this. Okay, we're at our hotel. This is what's going on.
Yeah, I know. Because I know, haven't
the neighbors.
We can't be the loud ones now. Oh my God, I know, it's a lot of fun, And then when we do
There's Daisy. Hi, Daisy.
Where's she? Hey, kitty. Hey. And then at the end of the month, when we have our girls retreat, we did our Friday night live there last year.
Last July.
Yeah, so we'll have extra knitters there with us.
That was our yarn dyeing month. So we did some yarn dyeing all weekend, and we did a few lives, and we podcasted.
Yeah. I know. So much fun. Fun. So speaking of yarn dyeing, I'm knitting with some yarn that I dyed, not that weekend. I think this is some indigo yarn that I dyed
with Debbie Zeraldo.
With Debbie Zeraldo from Zeraldo Alpacas.
Yes, she's local to us. She's a lovely lady with her alpacas.
We could maybe talk to her. Maybe we could do a road trip. I'm all about thinking we should take the podcast on the road, because they would
we've talked about that before, going out for a little tour with her.
Well, maybe in the summertime when things are settled down a little bit more, and we can get out a little more. We could go to her farm, and see, because she's got a couple of alpacas that are super, super friendly and love to be petted, which is uncommon for alpacas. So that would be, maybe we'll be able to do a little farm tour. So this is
Indigo.
Indigo. This is indigo dyeing. Yes, when Debbie and I dye, we have always done some type of natural dyeing. We've done indigo dyeing for a lot of years, and we've played around with marigold, cochineal. Have we done weld? We might have done that too. But anyway, so this was some indigo, and it started out as white croy. So it started
out very dark
as this. So there's lots of ways, and I don't know what I've done with this. So either this could have been in one of the first dips, or it's gone in multiple times. But indigo is really fun. It's very, very labor intensive. It is not a quick dyeing, not like what we did. And you have to do this outside. You have to do this, in a well-ventilated area, because there is a lot of chemicals in it, even though it is natural dyeing. This has got some chemicals that you don't want to breathe in.
It comes from a plant, but it's not chemical free.
No, not the dyeing process is not, but it is very fun to see.
So do you guys do this? Do you buy the indigo, or is it from indigo she's grown?
Well, when we started out the beginning, it was always, there was a place out west, British Columbia, I think, that we would buy the powdered indigo.
Okay.
And it came as a kit with all your mordants and everything that you needed. So I'm thinking I either forgot to rinse the skein.
Oh, maybe that's why it's so dark still.
It could be, but it doesn't, when you rinse it out, you just get rid of the excess and it really doesn't change the color of the yarn. But what was we were saying? Yeah, so, but 2019, probably the summer before the pandemic started.
You should put that down.
This? Oh, why? So I don't get blue? That's all right. It washes off. Interestingly enough, Debbie messaged me and she was all excited. She's like, we have to go to this workshop. She said, I found this woman who's doing a workshop at her farm. She grows her own indigo, makes her own dye. And I'm like, oh, sure. That sounds great. She sent me the link and the woman hosting the workshop was my aunt.
Oh,
And I'm like, yes, we should definitely go to that. So, yeah, so my aunt, who is Martha from Orchard Hill Farms, she has a whole dyeing garden and she grows her own weld and, oh, I just lost weld, madder, indigo. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things. And I was just actually talking to her a couple of weekends ago and she's got some new plants growing for different dyes. So yeah, it was lots of fun. So Debbie and I did go there and we saw how Aunt Martha does her whole process of, we got to pick the indigo leaves, make her own dye some yarn. And she showed us her process, how she dries the leaves. It's a big process. And then she makes her own powdered dye stock. So that was lots of fun.
cool.
So anyways, yeah, so this is going to be this is my cast on for the Fibre Friends sock challenge this month. And it's going to be the same pattern that you're going to do. It's going to be the Rambling Friends sock.
So is the skein that you're knitting on right now, is it making your hands blue or is it just that one?
No, it's the one that's how I was winding it up maybe on a Friday night live because these are 50-gram skeins. So I've got the other one is already wound up in a bow. And that's how I realized I was winding and I looked at my hands and I'm like, oops, maybe this is a skein that we just hung on a rack after it was dyed. You let it oxidize and that's what changes it to the blue. That's how it starts out kind of a greeny yellowy color. And then when it hits the oxygen, it turns blue. And then I think it maybe just got put on the rack and dried. And then I brought it home and maybe it didn't get rinsed. It didn't get rinsed. So anyway, so I was winding it into the ball and I was like, seeing a problem here. So I thought this one, I'm not going to skein. I think this one I'll just take downstairs and just give it a good rinse right now before I wind it up. But that's okay. But, interestingly enough, one of our guild members, she's knitting a pair of socks and she's knitting from hand dyed. It is a hand dyed that she got in a sock club and her hands are turning purple. It's really losing a lot of dye too. So I guess it happens, right? But anyways, that's all right.
That's okay.
I'll just give this.
Can you hear my kids squealing upstairs?
I heard something, yeah.
They're off school today and they're upstairs. Teenage girls. Crazy.
Long as it's a happy.
Oh yeah, they're squealing and carrying on.
So so that's my sock. Yeah. Oh, I did start my other one. I started another sock. I think I showed you. Did I show you my illusion knitting or shadow knitting sock? It was a sock madness pattern.
No, you mentioned it, but you didn't,
Show it.
I didn't know if you had even started it. You showed us last week the color work ones that were like the plaid and they have the pocket,
Yeah.
but you hadn't got that far yet.
No, and I didn't have any time to work on those this week. Hopefully this weekend. So this pattern, so the shadow knitting, I'm using 2 balls of Patton's Cray out of my stash. Just
Oh,
with
yeah,
white
yeah,
knitting.
yeah. Okay.
And I
You hadn't
cast,
started it, I don't think.
okay. I had cast it on a couple weeks ago. Maybe I just didn't show it here. And I started doing the color, like the it's striped, right? A couple rounds of 2 rounds of white, 2 rounds of blue, 2 rounds of white. And I was looking at it, I thought it looked too big. It looked too big. So I pulled it out and then I cast it back on again.
Oh,
And
good.
I just started to put a little weight on here. So I'm just getting into the pattern part.
Yeah, that looks good size wise. The other one looked huge.
Yeah, it was big. It was big. So that's back on track. So I just have cuffs. So next week when we podcast again, I should have some legs to show you.
Good.
Maybe that's what I will do. I'll just work on my socks because my plaid socks aren't much past the cuff and a little bit of the leg. Maybe I'll just work them all down.
Do a little bit on each one.
Yeah. Except the plaid socks. The plaid socks is a sock madness. That's what everybody's working on right now. And if I want to get the bonus pattern for this round, which looks a really fun color work stranded pattern, I have to get those socks done this weekend because they're down. The teams are all filling up and the round's going to close. It will close. The full 2 weeks is on Tuesday. So it will be done by Tuesday, if not sooner, as I'm sure this weekend people will just be finishing up things. So I don't think I will probably get them done before the round closes, but that's okay. I've got so many other projects to work on right now. I have to reorganize my schedule next year for Sock Madness a little bit better now that I know the huge, like the time commitment that it takes. So I'll be a little more prepared for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
sure.
I did take a look in the Ravelry group though. Well, our Ravelry threads are open. So for the sock knitting challenge, there is a chit chat thread there, there's places to chit chat about your socks. You can use Ravelry if that's your go-to place, the Facebook group that Cheryl mentioned, and Instagram. You can post on Instagram and use the hashtag Fibre Friends Challenge, or you can just tag us Fibre Friends Podcast, and then we can see what you're working on.
Yeah.
And but in Ravelry, I did go in under patterns and I just searched Sock Madness, and it does come up with a lot of socks that the patterns are available from past years of Sock Madness, and there is some gorgeous socks there.
Yeah, there is. I went and looked.
Yeah, there's even too many to list. I may start posting some links to them in the Fibre Friends Facebook group this weekend, just for, some eye candy, and maybe somebody will be interested and motivated to try some of these. Right now, I've got my screen split here right now, and I'm looking at this one that uses all these socks. I think Karen had mentioned that there had been a pair that 900 beads. And I think that's the pair. This has to be the pair because they're really heavily beaded. But it really is interesting because it said, I kind of scanned on the Ravelry page where it talks a bit about the pattern. It says that she's using a technique that was from, it says vertical float method used in traditional Sami mittens. So I like the fact that there's a little bit, you can learn something, try something new. And it's just, really, really interesting. So if you want something, I guess it all depends what you want, right? Sometimes just having a nice pair of vanilla socks on the needle with self-striping yarn or pretty variegated and just enjoy the pretty colors of the yarn is nice. Sometimes you just need that relaxing, just pick it up and knit round and round and round. But then if you're ever looking for something a little more adventurous, there are a lot of sock patterns out there that would fit that bill. So we'll see. Oh, a lampshade with beads on it. I have thought, I pop back in my head. I have thought a lot of times about knitting a lampshade, kind of just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. Maybe that will be next month's challenge. Maybe I just need to get that out of my system. I just need to do it.
I have a really pretty male cardinal come right up by my window here.
Oh,
He left.
Yeah, because you're looking right at your backyard.
I'm looking right out my back window. Yeah, my back patio door.
You've got a nice view there.
Yes, there are a lot of birds this year. We didn't have many last year. Oh, there's the females on the fence. We didn't have a ton of birds last year, and I didn't have tons this winter. And now this spring, there's just like, I'm having the goldfinches are here and the house finches, and I have a pair of cardinals that are visiting multiple times every day. And I have a blue jay now that has been here multiple times every day. So, and lots of juncos and sparrows, and yeah, tons. And I go put bird seed out like every other day, and the stupid squirrels get on and eat it all every day.
Well, I guess you have to feed everybody, do you?
I guess so.
I know, they're kind of annoying.
Oh well,
They.
that's okay, but I love it. I love birds.
Okay, hey, okay, bags. I see bags over your shoulder, and I've been eyeing that big tote bag. Are we gonna get a good close-up look at that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you my stitching first though.
Okay, keep me in suspense. I want to know what color that canvas is. Is it okay? I can wait though. I can wait. I'm trying to decide gray or green.
So I was talked about, I was working on my
Oh, yes.
pandemic. I think last week I don't know, had some of this was done and a little bit of this, but I'm almost done. This is my page. So I just had to bring this up here, this last little bit, and this poor girl needs a head.
Well, I was going to say, is that a person? Or
yeah, my person needs it. That's a rough life, groany dog. Yeah, my person needs a head.
That's cute.
But I got distracted the other day. And I took this off. I took it off my stand because I got distracted. That I had to start some bunnies.
Is this because
I'll show you what I got done.
So is this an Easter project?
Oh yeah. Hold on one sec. I'll get this thread out of the way. Oh, that was wrong. Oh my goodness. That's what happens. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see what the hell I'm doing. I mean, heck. Can't see what the heck I'm doing. Anyway, don't mind my one headless bunny, but
oh, look at them. Oh,
how cute are those?
Their tails are little hearts.
Yeah. So this is exciting because last year, I got a new cross stitch bag from Caroline at Evertote. We all know Caroline from the Fibre Friends from days gone by.
Yeah, Caroline.
I went and got a new bag from her last year, and they were sort of in the beginning of doing Leo and Roxy floss, which we all know from their yarn. And those of you that cross stitch already know about this probably, but they do. It's Carrie dyes floss now. So I had gotten some floss from Caroline when I went to pick up my bag, and of course then I had to buy a bunch more colors as well. I hadn't used them yet, and I thought, oh, this is a perfect project. So I pulled out some of my colors, and so that's what I'm working on.
Little bunny.
This green here will be there's some grass underneath, And then this was a freebie. I should have brought the chart in, but there's a little flowery border that goes all around these. And this is really tiny. But this pale pink color here, that's going to be their tails.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the pink,
The hearts.
the little hearts get filled. Oh, I thought they were just going to be left white.
Yeah,
Or
this is actually,
it's
actually pale green because this is the fabric that I dyed last year when we went to our retreat
a
weekend.
retreat weekend, right?
Yeah. So, yay.
Ooh.
So, yeah, distraction. And I just started this Wednesday night. But look at those ears. Like, come on.
I know, they're really cute. They're really cute.
So this was a spring 2021 free chart from, While Iris Naps. I don't know if you can read it. Probably not. It's really pale down there at the bottom. Nope.
No.
Oh, there it's up there. WhileIrisNaps.com.
Well, that would be cute for any stitchers to go print that up because you said it's so tiny. So it would be
Yeah, it's a freebie, and there's actually a set of 3 carrots as well. That's like little like that. So I cut out 2 pieces of fabric, and I'm gonna do both, I think.
Are you?
I just have to find over dyed color of orange though, because it gives you that nice tonal look to the piece. So that's my stitching.
Well, it looks good.
Oh, I don't want to get stuff mixed up. That's my hipster shawl pattern. So what, you want to see this tote bag?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Is it green or is it a gray?
It's green.
I like that.
So this bag was inspired by our friend Sally from.
Oh yeah, she's a Fibre Friends. She's a Friday nighter.
Yeah. So her and I picked out this purple fabric together and put this bag together. So she'll be excited. I'm gonna send her a message after we're done. So this bag, I have enough to make, I think, 2 more.
Yeah.
So I'll be listing it on the website. So when it has the drawstring.
Oh yeah, look at the fabric on top.
The drawstring in the top. Oh, stuck.
That's pretty. That's nice. So is this actually Sally's bag?
This is Sally's bag. This bag is going to Sally.
Oh, I love that, Sally. That's beautiful.
It is. I hope she doesn't mind that I told everybody she got a bag.
I'm sure not.
That's Sally's bag. Well, I keep telling her, I got your fabric. I got your fabric. It finally came.
Yay.
And I finally got it made last night.
I'm excited.
And then I also finished.
Yeah, what are all those little guys back there?
So last week I showed my patchwork
Yeah.
sewing that I was doing.
And this is them all made into bags now?
They're all, well, I did the first 5 last weekend after, I think on Sunday I sewed them. I haven't put the drawstring in yet on these 5. I did the first 5 and I listed these on my website, 1 of each. The other 5 are going to the show. So that's the black with the yellow band.
Oh,
I pretty
like that.
Oh, that's the orange. And this is the green with the yellow.
I like that little pop of yellow in there.
Yeah. And then this is the blue one.
That's pretty too.
Yeah, and it just repeats around the back, the same thing. So yeah, and they're just the plain, And these are padded. They got squishy
Okay.
fleece in them. Yeah. These are a little bit bigger than my regular sock bags. Just a little bit.
I like
The other
that.
ones I cut out 11 by 10, and these are 12 by 10 across when I cut them out. So
I like that too. I
yeah,
didn't
so I think
try like that.
they're 6.5 by 5 is the base.
Mhm.
And I think they're like 7 inches tall, something like that. I don't know. I measured them. I listed them. They're on the
It's
website.
all there. So
All
where's
4 of
that?
these are on the website.
Which is what, myneedlecrafts.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, I think
Not at, don't go to Etsy. Go to myneedlecrafts.com.
okay. There you go. I think I like the orange one the best.
Yeah, the pink one was really cute too, but it's already gone.
It's sold? Wow.
It's already gone.
See, pink. I
Somebody
think
scooped it up.
pink is a spring color. I think everybody's gravitating to pink right now.
Yeah, I like them all. I think I like the orange the best just because I like, well, obviously, I like
Yeah,
bright
like
colors. So
I do too. Yeah, I like that orange one.
yeah, me too. So yeah, I'm starting to get ready. There's only 3 weeks till we go away. Nope, 4 weeks. I got 4 weeks.
Wow. Oh, time, but that'll go by quick. And you've got the faux frolic in there at the end of April.
Yeah, in 2 weeks
2
is the
weeks,
faux frolic.
which is
Yeah.
what, April 23rd?
23rd and 24th.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is
I
also the 23rd is also my youngest 16th birthday. Oh my God. My baby's 16.
Yeah, I know. How does that happen, right?
Yeah. And I'm old for having kids that my oldest is 28. My youngest is turning 16. It's like, what?
Crazy. Time
So
flies.
the end of this month also, so I saw yesterday on Instagram that Saturday, April 30th is local yarn store day.
Oh, well,
There might be shopping involved.
that means that has to be a shopping day then, right? You have to support your local yarn shops. Okay, we'll have to make
Yeah.
that.
And my most local yarn shop is
Oh,
Songbird Fibers.
Vicky. Oh, that would be a good time to pop over and see her then.
I know.
Could do. My most local is Knit Stitch.
It is. I still haven't been there yet either,
Okay.
to her new shop.
So
So yeah, that's exciting.
every weekend there's going to be something fun going on. Well, I'm excited for the faux frolic because I took a look after you mentioned it last week that it is 20, you can pay $25 and then that gives you access to 3 or 4 talks.
Mhm.
And oh shoot, maybe if I can find a page or something that shows that I'll list it, but there was like and it's not just local people, which I found exciting again, that it's people worldwide. I think there was a designer from Finland, if I remember correctly, talking about her designs and her design process, which I'm really interested in listening to.
Yeah,
And
there's all kinds of stuff. So when you pay the $25, you get access to the Faux Frolic website. And then you can see all the events that are listed. There's people, there are things going on the Frolic, on their Zoom. They'll be on different times and you can log into the Zoom and hear different talks. Plus there's also people independently hosting different events, and you can go and join those events too. So and then of course there's a whole list of all the vendors, and you know, a lot of them will be like running specials, like discounts for just attendees for that weekend and stuff like that. So
well,
yeah.
I did see, I must have scanned through the vendor list because I saw 2 of the vendors that we saw in Hamilton a couple of weeks ago are taking part. And the Emily C. Gillies, who was, she had the
Yes.
beautiful, she's gonna do that, and Little Red Kettle Head, where I bought that worsted weight yarn. They're taking part as well. So I thought,
Oh, okay.
oh, maybe I will go. Remember that one? I keep thinking that I did not buy the yellow skein to go with all my other colors. Thinking, well, maybe I will just wait and order it through the Frolic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, it's not as great as an in-person event, but still lots of fun.
It is. Well, I kind of like the fact that you can get a wider variety of speakers, right? Doing it
Well,
over.
and really for your $25, like that's a lot. Because, you know, if you were going to an in-person event and taking classes and stuff, you'd be, you know, dishing out for all your fees to take the classes and whatnot. So this is lots of, you know, lots of cool information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need
Definitely
to
worth it.
buy my ticket. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Kate Atherley and another woman have a. Is it a new like online? I want to say online magazine, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is. But Kate Atherley is always fun to listen to, so that would be an interesting one too.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll have to go check it out again.
Yep.
Well,
that's in 2 weeks. Fun.
Yes. I think, well, I don't know. There's my cuff.
Yay.
I'm getting, at first I was wondering if I think I wanted to go 2 inches. So I'm going to be getting close. Maybe I'll have to go measure. I just keep going round and round and round. My little 9-inch needle.
Keep on going.
Just keep going. All right. Well.
Yeah.
I
think that's it. I showed my pink yarn. Pink.
Yeah.
Next week. Maybe we'll have a cast on.
I'm really excited to see. We'll be able to compare patterns. And you'll be doing toe up. I'm doing cuff down. We'll have to see what it looks like knit. If you decide to do it backwards.
Maybe.
We'll see what you do. All right. Well, happy casting on.
Thanks.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching. Cheryl's going to connect. That will be finished for next week.
Almost Easter.
Which means chocolate.
Next weekend. Easter is next weekend? Yes. Easter is next weekend.
Next weekend. Time is flying. I wanted to slow down now. Spring is here and the nice weather's coming. I want time just to slow down so we can.
Yes, so we can enjoy it for long time.
Yes. All right.
I know I'm anxious to go camping and fishing. Like, come on.
So, and I was going to say, I'm looking forward to sitting out in my garden, watching the bumblebees in the garden, and just sitting outside and knitting in the nice cool days. Sun is out, flowers are blooming. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting close. We're getting close. Okay.
It's our reward for suffering through the winter.
That's right. We made it through the snow, the ice, and the cold. Then we'll get some beautiful days. We can sit outside and we can knit.
Yeah. All right. I guess it's time to say goodbye since we're now rambling.
Yeah, I think we've chatted about it all. So
waffling on.
Happy sock knitting, everybody. Post lots of pictures so we can see your progress.
Yeah. Have a great week.
Bye, everybody.